Well, clearly we view the India market very positively. We're completely fascinated by the Make in India initiative, which has set certain objectives for manufacturing to be a certain percentage of India's GDP by 2020. So that's great for us. We also have data that supports that India's consumption of CNC machine tools is growing quite significantly. And we know that our sales typically grow with machine tool sales. So that's very important for us. So all of the data we have, the initiative of Make in India, point in the direction that we should be investing further in India. We also have some existing customers in India that are very important to us, and we have some global customers that wish for us to support them wherever they are in the world. So if they're in Germany, USA and India, we need to support them locally wherever they are. To do that, today we're around 24 people. Our plan is to expand over the next 2 or 3 years to get up to mid-30s, maybe 40 people. Those positions could be a mix of software development. We've already do some software development activity in India, which has been very, very successful for us. We started to invest in software development in India just about a year ago now, and that's been a great success for us. We're very, very happy with it. So we expect that to continue. Clearly, we will appoint more salespeople. It's very important that we cover the entire Indian market. Wherever there are pockets of manufacturing, we should have salespeople, so that's very important to us. When we acquire new customers, we have to be able to train them and provide them technical support, so we'll add technical support people. And obviously we want to improve the recognition for us as a company and our brand, so we'll invest in marketing and marketing people. So those are broadly the main areas: software development, sales, technical support and marketing. I think to fund this expansion over the next few years, we have to be looking at about, in addition to what we're spending today, we're probably looking at about $1 million in today's terms. Now clearly the timing of that investment will vary upon how the business goes, how we see the economic conditions around the world, and also, you know, we talk about hiring 12 people or something, and it's easy to talk about hiring people wherever we are in the world, but finding good people can sometimes be a challenge. So, you know, there's a number of countries around the world right now where we would like to hire people and we just can't find them. So all of our ambitions and our desires are often predicated on whether we can actually find the people we'd like to find. Well, again, the data that we have would suggest that India today is the 6th largest automobile producer in the world, which is a very, very strong position. It would also appear that the growth in India is going to continue. So our expectation is that India could certainly move up in that area, and as we've said, automotive is a very important market for us. We already have some customers that are truly global in the automotive industry, so supporting them is very, very important as they move to India. So we're very optimistic for both the automobile industry and the supporting industries for the Indian market. We often only see the car companies, the brands that we're all familiar with, but if you wish, the supporting cast behind that is very, very significant. What we call the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 suppliers, who are people producing stamping tools, parts for transmissions, molds, you know, the bumper, the instrument panel, even the little switches, the seats. So we know the big names, if you wish, but the supporting cast behind that is very, very significant. See what has happened in the last few years. You know, it pretty much used to be the case that we all drove cars, you know, something defined as a car. If you look at the growth of sport utility vehicles, and depending where you are in the world, minivans or people carriers, you know, so larger capacity, pickup trucks, for instance, used to be the domain really of the US, and now you're seeing pickup trucks being driven in more countries. So if you go back just a few years, we all drove cars. They were a very simple car, sat 4 or 5 people, but now sport utility vehicles are very, very popular and growing. People carriers, you know, to take your kids to their sporting events, are very popular, and pickup trucks are becoming more popular. So again, all of that requires more molds, more parts, more seats, more design activity. So it really is growing quite significantly. And there are companies out there, and again you can imagine the ones that used to have a certain range of cars, and now they're filling in the gaps as well. Different configurations: a 4-door, a 3-door, a 5-door. You know, it's growing very significantly.